obviously we're not the first band that would do this kind of thing, or the first band in our particular genre, but I would just say probably like the lyrics specifically. I just spend a lot of time on lyrics. I think more than some bands do. Other than that, we're a rock and roll band, man. We got loud guitars, drums, and bass. So, I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. Alright. 2 years ago, you guys decided to release your music independently. Why did you choose that route, and how's it going for you?
Still on the bus. Still playing packed out shows. We had over 1,000 kids last night. We'll see how tonight goes. It is what it is, you know, like, we just ran that course. We've done the major label thing. We've had the songs on the radio and all that, experienced all that, and we wanted to just slow it down a little bit and have a bit more control over our own careers and our own music. And it's been awesome. I've been enjoying every day of it, and I'm easily surviving, and so is everybody else in the band. And we have total creative control over everything that we do, so to me that's worth not being the biggest fan of the band. And I dig it. It's working great.
Alright, we heard you started your video shoot for Am I the Enemy. Can you tell us anything about that?
Yes, that's brand new. Just filmed. That's the first actual video for this album cycle. We did 2 lyric videos because those are like really cool now. So we did 2 of those, and they came out really well. But this is the first actual video, and it's by a friend of ours named Chris Volkins, who actually did our pen and paper video, which was one of our best received videos out of all of them. So we went back to him, and it's pretty rad. There's a lot of crazy stuff in it. There's wolf masks and Fight Club references. I don't know. It's a train. It's pretty wild.
After 10 minutes in Chicago, trains.
Yep.
You guys did a charity show last night in St. Louis. How did you guys get to work with Make-A-Wish?
We've done quite a few things with them actually. We've always done a lot of charity work throughout the history of our career with the NCADV and with the Hope Line, the Take Action Tour, and with JDRF and Make-A-Wish as well. So we've just kind of always been in contact with them. And it really just depends on the club. If it was up to us, every show would be a charity show on the entire tour. But believe it or not, it's almost impossible to do that because most promoters don't want to risk that because they don't think people want to donate anymore. Last night, 1,000 people showed up, and it was a suggested $5 donation. So you got to figure at least 70% of them, especially if they come to see your red jumpsuit show. I would like to hope that 70% of our fans donated, and I think we had more than 70%. So just think about that. You know what I mean? It's an awesome crowd. It's a good time, and you're making money for an amazing organization that we have done. We actually did like I think it was like a Midas card thing, like with Make-A-Wish. I don't remember exactly what it was. It was like a campaign where Midas teamed up. They do like great jobs and stuff like that, but they really support Make-A-Wish. We teamed up with them, and we had a bunch of like advertising and donated some money and all that. So we've just kind of always known them, and we'll continue to support them. It's real Chicago in here.
Yep.
Chi-town.
I love it. So you've been active with the other several charities and causes you mentioned. Do you plan on working with any of them upcoming or make future plans for it?
We don't always try to do the same thing over and over again. So I don't know. A lot of times I let things just kind of fall into my lap. I don't try to pre-plan destiny out too much because I think if you try to have too much control over your path, and you wind up steering yourself in the wrong way. So yeah, there'll be charities that reach out that we'll probably do work with, and then there'll be some that we decide on our own to go back with, and then there'll be some that we just don't ever work with again for no reason, really. So.
All right. How was it for Josh? I heard he graduated. Did he do work on the road? Schoolwork and everything?
Yeah, he did a program where we're from, which is like a sped up. It's like it enables you to graduate faster if you do the work and take the test and pass, and he did all that. And you know, we told him, you know, if he wanted us to relax on the touring, and he was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, I can't be sitting in a high school classroom every day thinking about being on stage with you guys." And we're like, "All right, I don't even know if this is legal, but let's do it." I said I'm gonna wind up on Catch a Predator one day from hanging out with my guitar player. But yeah, he's great to have him around. He's definitely a phenomenal player. I think in the next 10 years, everybody in the world is gonna know him. He's just that kind of kid. So we'll see
And how
it
did you
goes.
pick him to be in the band? I know he was really young when you played still.
Like I said, I don't plan things out very much. I let things just fall out of the sky, and he just is a fan of the band, always has been. Came to one of our shows in Syracuse, which is basically where he's from. He's from Cicero, but Syracuse is right next to it. And he was there while we were loading in today. Like, we see some kids out there.
Yeah.
And I always talk to them at least a couple minutes to say, "What's up? Why are you here so early? You're crazy." And we got to talking, and he just seemed like a cool guy. We developed a bit of a friendship right there off the bat, and then I needed a ride to get guitar strings, and he and his dad gave me a ride in their car, so I didn't have to take a cab, which was cool. And then when we got there, I was going around doing my thing, getting drum heads and guitar strings and everything we needed for the show, because we were running low on supplies. And he kind of seized the opportunity and picked up a guitar and just started playing. And I was walking back, and I looked over and saw that it was him playing. And it was just like, I was like, "Dang, man, you're really good. Like, I'm really impressed. Like, I'm never impressed. It's almost impossible to impress me, especially musically. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I've seen it all, and I can play every single instrument that I've ever tried very well. And went to orchestra. Spent 7 years in the orchestra. So I mean, I know great, talented musicians when I see them. They're very few and far between. And to see one at his age just definitely blew me away. So I invited him down to Florida to record with me so I could produce him and teach him about songwriting and try to help build a band around him. And then we wound up needing to fill a guitar slot. And I called him and was like, "Hey man, do you mind filling in?" You know, he had told me once before he knew all the songs already, like every song. So I was like, "Do you mind filling in? We got this show next weekend. I wound up meeting some guitar players. Like, I need you. Do you want to do a couple shows?" And he was like, "Yeah, definitely." So we flew out the next day. We practiced one day, then we flew out the next day to the show.
Wow.
So 48 hours later, and he's been in the band ever since. So it's just been kind of a natural friendship that developed first, which turned into a professional relationship. And now we're going to make our first record with him on this next record. So we're all excited about that.
So you guys came out with Rock Band Read. Have you played it, and were you good?
Yeah, I like the rock band thing. It's cool. I mean, it's weird, like, being in a band, but I had played it before I was in a successful band, so I know what it's like to just enjoy it for what it is. I have met a lot of musicians like, "Oh, I'll never play that." It's nothing like that. It's just a game, and I'm a big gamer. We got our Wii set up over there. Anyone wants to challenge me at Wii bowling,
Oh,
just
I can bring.
don't even waste your time.
Oh.
I'm the master. But anyway, I'm a big gamer, so I thought it was cool. I'm glad we had the opportunity. I'm stoked Rock Band finally added one of our new songs. So hopefully they add the whole record.
Yeah. Who's the most obsessed with Twitter out of you guys?
I run our Twitter,
You do?
so
Okay.
I personally respond to it, and I also have my own Twitter. But what do you mean most successful?
Obsessed.
Oh, obsessed. Definitely me. Yeah,
Definitely you.
I'm the Twitter guy,
Twitter.
for sure. My brother Randy, he runs most of the Facebook, and I run the Twitter, so we're not constantly double posting. Like, I can't stand it when bands do that, or when just people do that, where it's like, you post exactly the same thing on your Twitter as your Facebook, and it's just annoying to me and to everybody, so we have two separate ways of thinking and advertising and talking and communicating. He mainly does that, and I mainly do Twitter.
You have no. That.
Yes.
Dang.
This is
You guys
my
are really
icon.
close to the fans.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we try to, no, I didn't stage that either. I was actually just looking at our Facebook promotions for tonight, and we got a bunch of people coming up.
Very nice. When you write a song, do you write it for the fans, somebody know, or for yourself?
I always write for myself.
I like that for yourself.
That one's easy.
Alright. These are a couple of the more requested Twitter questions. Veronica wants to know, what do you do on a night when you're getting ready for the show and you don't feel into it?
I'm always into it.
You're always into it?
Sometimes I'm sick and that sucks, so then I just kind of hide away in my bunk and try to talk to anybody,
Yeah.
plan out how I'm going to try to attack the show without having my full vocal range. But when I'm not sick, I'm ready to rock always. I'm never bummed out about a show,
Alright.
ever. Not that I can remember anyway.
Rory asked us, what was the inspiration behind your latest single, Twilight? And did you see the movie? That was one of the
Yeah, of course. Twilight was a song that Randy actually came up with first, my brother, and he kind of sang it to me. And it wasn't originally called Twilight. We just decided to call it that because in the chorus, the word Twilight is in there. And then everybody kept asking if it was a about the movie, so we kind of let that just happen on its own.
Okay.
But it's really just a love story, just like Guardian Angel, but referencing doing the eternal love with vampires and that kind of thing. So you could say it's loosely based off Twilight, but obviously we didn't watch the movie while writing the song and be like, okay, yeah, let's lose that line out of the movie. Like, it wasn't that preposterous, but yeah, whatever. We like Twilight. A lot of people don't. I don't care. I can like whatever I want to like. So.
And Mary wanted to know, who are some of your musical inspirations?
Me personally, that's easy. A lot of old school, like hair, rock, Molly Hatchet, Leonard Skinner, Boston, 38 Special, Van Halen. I just think all those bands really actually rocked. You know, it was before like everybody had like 9,000 vocal tracks and effects processors. Nothing's even real anymore, so I think we're always going to try to be like those bands. Those are my favorite, my inspiration.
Alright, and Jessica wants to know, since you guys have toured in lots of places, which is your favorite to visit and play?
My favorite, Denver is always amazing. Chicago's cool. There's a lot of cities that are very similar, like with the vibe. I pretty much like anywhere that likes rock. St. Louis was great last night. Obviously my hometown. I love playing my hometown, which is Middleburg. New York City is always really fun. Ohio, all around Ohio is a good rock scene. Nashville, Vegas.
Basically everywhere?
Yeah, and then even international. We had a really fun tour last time in the UK. That was amazing. And Philippines is probably like my all-time favorite, just because the weather and the people there are so amazing, like so positive, and like just love music, like way more than here, I'm telling you. So, number one, Philippines. Everywhere else, number two.
Everyone's screaming excitement now. Okay. Several fans, and by several I mean a grand total of 19, asked us to find out where the name of the band came from.
19.
19.
Well.
And two friends call me and say you have to ask that too. So.
Unfortunately, it's not an amazing story. I wish it was. We have talked about making up a fake story. That's a lot more.
Do you want to make a big story right now?
Entertaining. Do you want a fake story? Or do you
Okay,
want a real one?
you can do the real one, and then just come up with the.
The real story is there was a band before this band called Dishonest. My brother was the singer and I was the drummer. I write all the drums and all the music for Red Jumpsuit. So in this band, I took over lead vocals, but we were still in that other band, and then he started another band. So that band, Dishonest, spawned into two bands. So when I started writing songs for this band, in the beginning it was just me and acoustic guitar, so it wasn't really a band.
Yeah.
Then when all of my friends started kind of being like, oh yeah, I'll jam with you, we eventually had to pick a band name, but I had all these songs already, and we really didn't have any kind of direction or inspiration whatsoever. So we just pretty much sat around and played Halo all day. We barely even rehearsed. So we just had a very random mindset in life at that time. We just picked a bunch of random band names that we thought were funny, put them up on the board, and every day someone would put another one up that they came up with and thought was funny, and then after like 2 weeks we voted, and the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus won.
Alright.
Boring.
Boring. Do you want to make a big story right now?
I can't.
Can't? No?
Caught off guard.
Caught off guard? No? Alright.
No pre-planning.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us.
What's up? I'm Ronnie from the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, and you're on StageRightSecrets.com. Check it out.